Good morning, everyone. How are you? How is everyone doing? Glad to have you here. My name is Elizabeth Mbogwa. I'm one of the trainers at Google for the Grow with Google program. I'd just like to thank you for joining us today and just to give a big shout out to our team. Felix, who will be our moderator today at the chat. Feel free to just engage with Felix in the chat. If you don't have a chat icon, you will want to create a channel, a YouTube channel, so that you can engage with us in the chat. But thank you very much for joining us today. We are very glad to have you here. So just to mention that today's session is in partnership with Flutterwave. Flutterwave helps businesses and individuals make and receive payments from anywhere in the world in the easiest and most secure ways. We have payment solutions that support businesses at every stage of your growth cycle, whether you're a small business or you're just a freelancer. Flutterwave is just the way to go. Whether you're a startup or you're a scale up or you're an enterprise organization. Now, we know that every creator putting in work and offering value to customers deserves a reward for their hard work. And therefore, that's why we make rewards possible in the most seamless of ways, and we facilitate Flutterwave facilitates over 150 currencies with physical presence in countries such as Nigeria, in the US, in South Africa, in the UK, Ghana, Kenya, among others. So just to welcome you again, guys, thank you for joining us today. Feel free to engage us, to just tell us where you're watching from, tell us where you're joining us from, which hood you're representing. Say hi in the chat. We have Felix in the chat, and he'll be answering your questions. We'll also be pausing for a few minutes to take your questions. So feel free to be interactive for this session and let us know your thoughts. Have you heard about Flutterwave before? Let us know all of this in the chat section. So I'm going to play a short video for you guys, just to introduce and to let you know what Flutterwave is and how it can be beneficial for you. So tune in.
What does the path to success in your online business look like? What are the ingredients needed to succeed in selling online? Here's the obvious hint. You need the Flutterwave store. Here are the ingredients you need to succeed. Great product images, responsive layout, default payments integration, instant notifications, fast checkout, and even delivery. If you have no coding skills or knowledge, you're just as welcome because the Flutterwave store doesn't require any. You can create a store for your business for free and start selling in 5 minutes or less. Step 1. Visit www.flutterwave.com/store and click on Set up your store for free. Step 2. Complete the sign-up form and click Get Started. Step 3. Check your email inbox for verification mail and click on the link. Select how you want to accept payments. Step 4. Click on Store in the side menu of your admin panel, fill in the details, and take it online. Step 5. Add products and start selling. Create your own online store today and receive payments from around the world. The Flutterwave store. Just sign up, list, and sell. It's that easy. What does the path to success in your online business look like? What are the ingredients?
So thank you for watching the video, and I hope you've seen what Flutterwaves is all about. Now let's get into how you build your brand and sell online. So today we're going to talk about how to establish your brand online. And after this session, you're going to be able to learn how to set up your shop online. If you're a small business, if you're managing a business for someone, if you're marketing for someone, and how to utilize the social media platforms to drive sales, and how to set up on any e-commerce site and just start doing business online. So let's get into it. So let's find out if you guys have found the chat icon. So I want you to put in the chat, how do you currently market your business? Currently, how are you marketing your business? It could be through social media, it could be you're advertising via Google, or you are just using the normal word of mouth. Just tell us, how are you marketing your business right now? Feel free to engage us in the chat box. We would like to hear your responses. All right. As you're doing that, as I'm giving you a minute to just share with us in the chat box, let's see how you establish yourself or your brand online. Okay. And I'd like to start with a question. What do you think are some of the benefits that are brought to businesses by going online? What are some of the benefits for businesses going online? Is it any different from having offline or traditional marketing? Is it any different, or does it benefit businesses to have an online presence? So we're going to start with some statistics. Let's just find out how many people are buying online, are shopping online. So how many other people are bound to be shopping in the future? And what are these numbers? What do these numbers mean for small businesses? So from a platform called Statistica, they found out that there was 1.79 billion people who bought goods and services online last year. And this is from 1.66 billion people the previous year. And we know that currently, with all the changes that are happening, more and more people have been doing their stuff online, selling online, buying online. So these numbers are bound to be even higher. Yeah. So ask yourself, if there is 1.7 billion people buying online, what does that mean for your business? All right. Another statistic is 97% of people learn about a business online than anywhere else. Okay? They don't hear it from anyone. They learn about you from the online platform. That could be from your website, from your social media platforms. So this is actually crazy statistics, because it means that your business needs an online presence. All right. Another statistic is 95% of purchases will be done through e-commerce by 2040. That means only 5% will be doing offline purchases. So again, let's look at these numbers. What do they mean for our businesses? Okay. Just in continuation, let's look at how businesses use the internet. Businesses are using the internet to, number one, sell products online. All right. This is through e-commerce sites, through selling, it could be books, it could be CDs, just selling any products or services online. It could be buying supplies for the offices, buying services online. So this is what companies are doing online. Then other ways that businesses are using the internet is to reach customers. And business owners use the internet to monitor their customer purchases, how the customers are interacting with their services and products, just to also take reviews and feedback about their business. And they're also using the internet and the website to chat with their customers, to have a conversation, to keep the loyalty going, to keep the customers coming back for more products and more services, right? Another way businesses can use the internet and are continuing to use the internet is through advertising. We know that due to the internet, more and more people are buying online, and it's for small businesses to just advertise their products. And there's several ways that we'll be talking about. We have pay-per-click, we have display advertising, we have social media marketing, we have content marketing. So the internet has provided a very good platform to just advertise your products and your services. Another interesting way that internet is helping businesses is through providing a ground where you can do competitor research. With the internet, you're able to just go and check out your competitor companies, what are they doing, and what can you learn from them, and what are the gaps that you can come in and provide solutions to, all right? And what is making you unique compared to the other competitors, so that this can be your unique value proposition. So these are just some of the ways that small businesses, big businesses are using the internet to just sell products, buy products, do competitor analysis, advertise, and also reach customers. All right, so let's see how you can create or build an online presence. How do you build an online presence? How do you even start? In the digital age, it is absolutely essential for businesses to have an online presence. So think of this either as a website or an e-commerce site or a social media page or all of them. How do you set yourself online? And we're going to look at a few of them. So let's start with the different types of platforms that are available for businesses to explore. So number one, you have your own website. There are a few different ways for you to reach your customers online. And one of them is your own website. You can have a developer create one for you, or we have what you call templates and website builders that you can actually use to design a professionally looking website for your business. You can also have social media pages that are professional and for doing businesses and for even doing social media marketing with your ads. Or you can also use existing e-commerce platforms, and we'll be talking about all of this in depth. We also have what you call online directories, and you have many that I'll be talking about as well. So let's look at e-commerce. Let's start with some statistics. If you want to dive into e-commerce, what are some of the existing e-commerce sites, how do you get there, and how many other people are there, and how many people are you bound to reach on these platforms. So let's look at some statistics, and one of them is there are over 400 million African internet users that are using the internet. And with this statistic, you're able to see they're just second to China. So it's very many people that you can actually reach online. And if you're not already online, you can see you're actually missing out on. You could be missing out on very huge numbers. Another statistic is that Africa makes up to 10% of global retail sales with an estimated value of 75 billion by 2025. So you can see these statistics, they are very useful, and you can make your business decisions based on these statistics. Another statistic is that Africa generated $16.5 billion from e-commerce alone in 2017. So a lot has changed since 2017, and people are more online now more than ever before, especially in 2020. All right, so those are just statistics on e-commerce. Let's look at some platforms. So there exists a couple of platforms that you can start with. One of them is Amazon. And Amazon is not only known for retailing, but Amazon allows individuals and businesses to sell and display products for sale online. So Amazon has become one of the largest online e-commerce retailer and one of the most popular brands in the world. So another one is Konga. Konga is one of Nigeria's leading e-commerce platforms, and it offers large range of products that can be found on one platform. The other one is Jumia. Jumia is popular in Africa, and Jumia allows customers to buy products like cell phones, shoes, groceries online. So you can decide to use to dive into either one or all of them. And let's look at what are the steps of joining one of these platforms. How do you join Jumia? How do you join Amazon or Konga? So these are also some of the other platforms that exist. We have Kilimall. Kilimall is an online shopping mall that connects merchants and consumers via professional e-commerce marketplace. So this is like a mall, but it's an online mall. We also have Bid or Buy. So this one is an online marketplace offering a convenient way for people to buy or sell virtually. Okay. Then you have Gigi. Gigi is a classified marketplace in Africa that provides buyers and sellers an avenue to sell and exchange goods and services. So these are just some of the marketplace, how you get there. All of these platforms have a way to set up your account. They just ask for a few questions, a few details, the name of your business, where it's located, and maybe some of your contacts. All right, and then you're ready to join an e-commerce site or a marketplace. Then you have what you call online business directories. What's an online business directory? So this is a website that or a printed listing of information which lists businesses within niche-based categories. So businesses can be categorized by the niche, okay, or the location, or the activity, or the size. So businesses may be compiled either manually or through an automated online search, and they're listed on these pages. So for example, we have one of the online business directories is Yellow Pages of Africa, and we have also Africa Business Pages. So this would be a very good platform for you to explore when you're just starting out, or even supplementing your already existing online presence. Okay, so let's continue. How do you get listed on an online business directory? You could be asking yourself this. So getting listed on an online business directory is very simple, and there are a lot of different business directories that you could use to process to get onto. All right, so you need to just register your business details, what your business does. This is the industry or the sector that your business belongs to. Then which region are you currently based, or does your company deal in or serve or is based or provide services to? So which region is your business based in? Then another thing, as you can see in the screenshot, is your contact details. You need to provide your contact details, then your personal details to set up an account. So it's very simple and it's very easy. And you can start out with, for example, Africa Business Pages if you're not already in that platform. Another thing that is very, very essential for your business is getting your business on social media. All right. So with the right marketing plan, you can use social media platforms to create very successful campaigns and increase your sales. You could be having various goals that you can use for social media. We'll be looking at them. When you're going to social media, you need to have a goal so that you don't just put out content without a particular goal, and how to measure your success. For example, a goal could be you want to increase your sales, or you want to increase your brand awareness, or you want to just increase traffic to your website using social media. So the various platforms, for example, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube, all these, they all have very simple steps for setting up an account. For example, they just ask you to sign up, to add pictures of your business, to create a username for your business, to add your business details, and all of that. So it's very simple and it's very, very valuable. And we'll be talking about some of the ways you can benefit from having an online social media presence. Okay, so up to there, I want to ask, do you have a question? Have I missed out on something? Do you want me to explain something more? So just let us know in the chat. Let's be interactive. I'll be looking at some of your questions. I hope you're engaging Felix in the chat. So let me just look at some of the questions. I can see there are no questions. So thank you guys. I can see Trills Media Network. Good morning here from Nigeria. Welcome. There are no questions so far, so that's a good sign that everything is going well. And I would encourage you, if you have any questions, just put them in the chat. Our moderator will be very happy to answer them, and I'll be posing as well to answer some of your questions. So let's dive into the next stage, how to develop an e-commerce offering. All right. And as usual, we'll begin with the step one. I want it to be very, very simple for you guys to do. So I'll put it in steps so that you know the process of having your own e-commerce offering. So the very first step is for you to have a domain name. And what is a domain name? Domain name is basically the name of your website. This is what customers will use to find you. All right. This is what they type in. It could be, for example, Elizabeth, www.elizabeth.com. That is your domain name. And this one you have to buy online, and you can register it from various sites like you can get your domain name on various sites like Africa Domain or Google Domains. And what a domain name is essentially is a combination of letters and numbers that just describe your business, and it's supposed to be related with the kind of products or services that you're offering online in your website. Okay, so these are just some of the examples of where you can secure a name. And what I mean by securing a name is that you actually need to pay for your domain name so that you're the sole owner of that name. You're able to secure it for a period of time, let's say an year, and after that you have to keep paying for it to renew the service. So you can get a domain name at GoDaddy. GoDaddy is an all-in-one solution to grow online. You can get yourself a domain name. They also have a website builder and an SSL certificate. This is for security for your website so that you don't get hacked. You also have Domain King. Now, Domain King is a leading domain registration company in Nigeria. And there's several others. There's also Bluehost. Bluehost is one of the largest website hosting providers, powering millions of websites. So it's very easy for you to get your domain name. It can be .com or .org, .org, or any type of domain name that will be useful for your company or your business. All right, so let's talk about, that was step one. Step one is get your domain name. Now, step two, building your site. How do you build your site? So building a website used to require learning how to code, but those days are in the past. Now, anybody can easily create a new website using what you call website builders. So whether you own a small business or you're looking to create your own blog, website builders make it so easy such that you don't need to hire a web designer to have a well professionally designed site. So what website builders do, they help you to come up with a very good website using templates. So you just feed in information, for example, the name of your business, where it's located, your contacts, and all of that. And you choose a good theme, and it brings it all together and creates for you a good website. So what are some of the examples? You can see one of the examples is Wix, and you also have Google Sites. They can help you to build your website without learning any coding. Okay, so this is just a continuation of, just to remind you guys what the website builders do. So templates are what website builders use. So they help you to just build a website without coding from scratch or starting coding from scratch. So with a template, you're able to get the basic structure and the design of your website into place right away. Then all you have to do is tweak what's already there to bring it all together with a vision of your site in mind. So be also very keen to make sure that you're choosing a template that speaks the brand language of your business. That is the colors, the font, and all of that. And the feel of your website, it should be speaking the same language with your business. All right, so we're done with step 2. We said step one was choosing a domain name. Then step 2, building your site. You can either get a person to design for you, or you can build yourself a site using website builders, for example, Wix or Google business sites, Google sites, that is, or even a business listing, Google business listing, which creates for you one page site for you to use. Then step 3, finally, what you need to do is upload your content. And what kind of content is this? This will be number 1, images. This could be images of your products, images of the office, that is the inside of the office or the outside, or even images of the people behind the website. Okay. Then you have videos. You can have videos and any other media that you want your visitors to see when they come to your website. So from this image, you can see this is Juma Arts Tours and Inveli Designs. You can see the kind of content that they've uploaded in their website and what they want their customers to see when they come to the website. So depending with the kind of information you want to share with your customers, you upload the content that is best suited for your audience. So some of the best practices for uploading content or creating content for your website is, number 1, to always prioritize your audience. And this is because it can be tempting to just create the website copy, thinking about yourself or your business or your products, and this might not resonate with your audience. So always keep the audience as a priority. All right. When you're taking images, when you're taking videos, when you're creating any type of, let's say, a blog, infographics, anything, any kind of content that you're creating, have the audience in your mind. All right. Then number 2, research your competitors. Do you know who your competitors are? And what are they offering that is different from what you're offering? What makes you different? What makes your business different? So that will be your unique value proposition. So highlight what makes you special in your website copy so that visitors know why to stick around. Then also learn SEO basics. Search engine optimization is how you increase your chances of ranking higher in search engines when people look for what your website offers. So you want to, before you write your website copy, it's worth to learn the basics of SEO so that you can incorporate the best practices for your on-site optimization. And you can use various SEO tools, for example, Ubersuggest, we have Google Keyword Planner, we have SEM Brush, and all these tools for just finding out which keywords are the best to use for for your website to be optimized for SEO, for search engine optimization, and ranking higher on search engine results. Okay, so I'm just sharing some of the best practices for you to be ahead in the e-commerce field. Now, another awesome way is for you to use e-commerce plugins. What is a plugin? What is a plugin? Maybe you can share with us what is a plugin according to you in the chat so that you can know. But basically, a plugin is just a piece of software that connects between the website and its functionality. For example, one of the plugins that you can take advantage of is the promotion and discount code tools. What this does is just generates various promo codes, promo codes, the codes that people use for getting discounts on services and products. So you can use a plugin tool that just generates this, and so that to increase the chances of decreasing to just decrease the chances of cart abandonment, that when people put in various products in the cart, when they're checking it out and they're looking for promo codes, they leave. So you can have these plugins just displaying the promo codes distinctively so that people don't leave your site without buying. Then you have easy to use checkout. The process, the customer journey, you need to simplify it such that buying is not a long process. So you can use plugins to make this process of checking the products out is very easy. And you can also use search engine optimization plugins to make sure that your website is optimized. Okay, we've talked about SEO, so we have plugins for making sure that, for example, different images are correctly named, and using keywords on images as well, and just suggestions on how to do proper SEO on your site. Then you have email marketing integration. So you can have a plugin for just collecting emails, people just filling in their forms and subscribing to newsletters and complementing well with your email marketing efforts. Then the last one is multiple payment options. So there's various plugins that you can use. These are just some of them. So the multiple payment options, we know people like options. They just don't want to pay using maybe PayPal. They want another option. Maybe, for example, in Africa, you want to use mobile money payment. Okay, you also want to use Visa. So we have plugins that help your site to have various types of payment. So you can download these plugins on sites like where you can download these plugins is, for example, WooCommerce. We have Easy Digital Downloads, and you have WP e-commerce, which powers up to 36,186 stores, and it's very popular. All right. So I hope you're continuing well, and I hope you're engaging our moderators in the chat. So let's talk about some more statistics. This is just to emphasize that when you're creating your website, when you're creating any type of content for your website, you need to make sure that it is mobile friendly. And this is because 2.41 billion people will shop online worldwide by the year 2021. Those are very many people. And these are huge numbers. All right. Then we have 21 million online shoppers across Nigeria, South Africa, and Kenya. Okay, these are people using mobile phone. And you have 50% of consumers shop more on the mobile phone compared to in-store shopping. That is, half the people who are buying, they're buying online and they're using their mobile phones. So it's very, very key that you make sure that your website is mobile friendly. And some of the ways you can make sure that your website is mobile friendly is, for example, testing out the speed. How is it loading? Is it really fast? Because people using a mobile phone, they don't want sites that are really slow, because they'll just disconnect and leave the site and go to another one. So one of the tools you can use to test your site is what we call you can use Google Test My Site to check if your domain is accessible via mobile and how friendly it is, and some of the suggestions on how to increase the speed. So again, I want to take this chance to answer your questions. If you have any questions that you have for us, you can place them. You can place them on the chat. And again, I can see there's one question. So there's top post who's asking, having a listing on Jumia, is it still necessary for me to create my own e-commerce site? So thank you very much for this top post. Apart from having a presence at Jumia and having a shop listed with another e-commerce site, you can still have yours, because all efforts will lead to you having more sales online. So you can have both. It's very, very okay. You can have your own site, you can have your e-commerce site, you can also be listed in an existing e-commerce site. So thank you very much for that question. Keep engaging us in the chat, and let's continue. Now let's look at the final part, which is utilizing social media to drive sales. I'm gonna ask you, how can social media benefit your business? How can social media benefit your business? Just put it in the chat. How can social media benefit your business? Is it beneficial really for a business, or otherwise? Just let us know in the chat. And just Let's keep it interactive. How can social media benefit your business? And as you're giving us your responses, I just go through some of the benefits of social media, which is number one, it's able to help you increase your sales. This is because you're able to reach new audiences and create new opportunities on social media. The number two, it's able to add value to your brand. This is you're able to raise your customer SLA, that is service level agreements. You're able to have two-way conversation. You're able to have insights. Different pages have different insights, and you're able to improve your marketing because you're seeing how people are interacting with your brand online, what is working, what is not working, who's your target audience, and all this stuff. Then you're able to create relationships. This is B2B, to build your own community using social media, and also to stay competitive and on top of your game. So social media is a very, very good platform as a small business to explore. So how do you set up a social strategy? We have what we call, we have this kind of strategies. We'll talk about audience, business goals, social media platforms, the tone of your voice, then how to measure your success. So let's start with the first one. When you're starting your social media strategy, have your audience in mind. Number one, who is your audience? Who are they? What are they interested in? And who or what influences them? And when are they usually online? What time are they online? Then which social media do they use? Because I am made to find a brand that is really good in all social media platforms. You'll find that your audience is mainly in one or two social media platforms if you're selling a product. So find out where are they, what do they do when they come online, which social media platforms are they. Then number two, define your goal. What is your end goal? Is it number one, to grow your brand awareness, that more and more people to know that you exist? Then your goal could be to generate more sales, or to get more people on your site, or to connect with influencers, or even to give better customer service. So have a goal in mind when you're coming onto social media for your business. Then number three, pick a platform. Pick a platform. You need to consider the social media platforms because different channels need different strategies. So as you're doing this, you need to look at your business focus. You need to check, is your company or your business, is it business focused or lifestyle focused? Then start with one, test it, and try another one. Learn it, learn one, and just don't go to all of them. Start with one, learn it, and try another one. Then also try different channels, because different channels they require different strategies, and you'll be looking at this. You also need to define your brand's social voice. And you can do this by the use of your logo, the fonts and colors that you use, the do's and don'ts, the styles of your images, and all, and the like. Then also define your success. How will you measure? How will you measure if you're achieving these goals? So it can be number one, from the growth in your sales or your traffic, from improvement of your customer service levels. For example, how many calls have been answered. It could be to increase your brand awareness. More and more people are mentioning you. So how will you measure that you're achieving these goals? Then another question for you guys. Which social media platforms does your business use? Okay, I'd already asked you this, but I'd like to know, which social media platforms are your business using? For example, you could be using Twitter. So Twitter is a platform that is good for quick conversation and PR. All right, it's with it you can create a professional looking profile. That is, you have a header image and a handle, and you're able to get notice and join conversation by using relevant hashtags. You're able also to ask questions and run polls, get retweets. You can pin tweets to display important messages and offers as well. Then you have Facebook. Facebook is great for helping customers find you and see what your business is about. We have over 2.5 billion monthly active users, and you're also able to link it to your main website. So you can add opening hours, you can add your contact details for people to find you. You can have a call to action button that is shop now, contact now, buy now, and you're able to use gifts and videos to generate interest to your business. Then you have Instagram. Instagram is a great place to draw people's attention with visuals. There's images, videos on your products, and you're able to tell a story and get people interested in your business. So you're able to follow influencers and brands and people that you find interesting. Then finally, you have LinkedIn. This is a great recruitment and this is a social media that is great for recruitment and for connecting with professionals. And just how you get started is just to create your company page and add your profile, then encourage your employees to also become brand advocates, to connect back to your page, and also optimize it for search engine to be search engine friendly. Then also generate interest by creating and showcasing thought leadership content. All right, we have other platforms like YouTube that you can also leverage on, and the like. So we've talked about how to create your e-commerce site. You can buy the domain, have it created for you, and just run it, or you can run with an existing e-commerce site, or you can leverage on social media platforms as we talked about. So what are the next steps? What are the next steps for you? So having done this, the next step is for you now to just get more information on this. We have a link that will be shared with you by Felix in the chat. Shout out to Felix. You're able to learn more on all of this and how to just create your online presence as a small business owner. And you have various materials for you to get started online and how to market yourself online. You can also follow us on our social media pages, as you can see them. So we're on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Digital Skills for Africa, Digital Skills AF. And with this, I wish to just say thank you. Thank you very much for attending this session. And thank you for engaging us in the chat. I just want to say a big shout out to everyone who was in the chats. I can see you, Hope, and Leader King, Top Post. Thank you very much, guys, for joining us. And thank you, and keep safe. Wear your mask, sanitize, and yeah, thank you very much. Have a good day.